Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Brandon, went back again with Critical Failure after a couple day, I think it's more than a few day hiatus, which is not what we were intending to do. We are back trying to make videos as best as we can. It's going to be like one video a day for a while, probably until we get settled back into my apartment again. I can't do videos on my laptop because for some reason my town Wi-Fi decided to fuck me, so kind of doing back to my phone was not an issue. So we are on the Death Tyrant. I am doing the Beholder encounters later, so it's probably going to be later today, just so you guys know. If not, definitely tomorrow. I have it written down, and then after that I'm going to be doing our Modron encounter because I'm pretty sure I finished writing for that. So here's the Death Tyrant, a Beholder offshoot. Death Tyrant's lair. No, the Death Tyrant's right here. On rare occasions, the Beholder's sleeping mind drifts to places beyond its normal madness, imagining a reality in which it exists beyond death. When such dreams take hold, the Beholder can transform, its flesh sloughing off away to leave a Death Tyrant behind. The monster possesses the cunning and much of the magic it had in life, but it is fueled by the power of undeath. Death Tyrant appears as a massive naked skull with a pinpoint of red light gleaming in its hollow eye socket. With its eye stalks rotted away, 10 spectral eyes hover above the creature and glare in all directions. Deathly Depot. As they did when they were beholders, the Death Tyrants lord their power over other creatures. Moreover, Beholder's ability to quash magical energy with his central eye gives way to a more sinister power in a Death Tyrant, which can transform former slaves and enemies into undead servants. Zombies created by a Death Tyrant are used and discarded as needed. They stand guard at entrances to the Death Tyrant's lair or guard its treasure vaults. Acting as bait for traps or as combat fodder, zombies keep powerful enemies distracted while the Death Tyrant moves into position and prepares to destroy them. Armies of the Dead. A Death Tyrant that embraces undeath becomes an engine of destruction. Driven by a hunger for power and security, it advances against humanoid settlements using its eye rays to destroy every creature it encounters, then building an army of undead. If left unchecked, the Death Tyrant might wipe out the population of a city in weeks, then sets its undead eye on wider conquests. As each settlement falls, the Death Tyrant's zombie forces build to overwhelming numbers. Undead nature. A Death Tyrant doesn't require air, food, drink, or sleep. Its lair. A Death Tyrant's lair is usually the same site it held as a Beholder, but it contains more trappings of death and decay. A Death Tyrant encountered in its lair is a challenge rating 15 and 13,000 experience. Lair actions. When fighting inside its lair, Death Tyrant can invoke the ambient magic to take lair actions. On initiative count 20, losing initiative ties, the Death Tyrant can take one lair action to cause one of the following effects. 1. An area that is a 50-foot cube within 120 feet of the Tyrant is filled with spectral eyes and tentacles. To creatures other than the Death Tyrant, that area is lightly obscured and difficult terrain until initiative count 20 of the next round. Walls sprout spectral appendages until initiative count 20 on the round after next. Excuse me, I hiccuped. Any creature, including one of the ethereal plane that is hostile to the Tyrant and starts its turn within 10 feet of the wall, must succeed a DC 17 dexterity saving throw or be grappled. Escaping requires a DC 17 strength athletics check or dexterity acrobatics check. A spectral eye opens in the middle. This is the last one. A spectral eye opens in the middle of the air at a point within 50 feet of the Tyrant. One random eye ray of the Tyrant shoots from that eye, which is considered to be the ethereal source, at a target the Tyrant's choice. That eye then closes and disappears. The Death Tyrant can't repeat an effect until all three have been used, and it can't use the same effect on consecutive rounds. Regional effects. A region containing a Death Tyrant's lair is warped by the creature's unnatural presence, which creates one or more of the following effects. 1. Creatures within a mile of the Tyrant's lair sometimes feel as if they're being watched, even when they aren't. It's basically like a normal Beholder. When a creature is hostile to the Tyrant and aware of its existence, finishes a long rest within 1 mile of the Tyrant's lair, roll a d20 for that creature. On a roll of 10 or lower, the creature is subject to 1 random hive ray of the Tyrant. I love it. I really love the fact that it literally is just like, yeah, you fucking suck at rolling, so you deserve a little bit of a punishment. I love that. If the Death Tyrant dies, the effects fade over the course of 1d10 days. Oh my god, fucking flip the page. Okay, now we're on the actual stats, and it's just as much as the normal beholder, so be aware this is a lot of the same shit. The Death Tyrant is a large undead, lawful evil, and it's not an aberration, so remember that. It's an AC of 19, natural armor, hit point average of 187, 25d10 plus 50, speed of 0 feet, but a flying speed of 20 feet, hover, strength of 10 plus 0, dexterity of 14 plus 2, constitution of 14 plus 2, intelligence of 19 plus 4, wisdom of 15 plus 2, charisma of 19 plus 4, more charismatic than the fucking beholder, more intelligent than the beholder, and that's surprising because it's dead. Its proficient saving throws are strength, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Surprisingly, it's not dex because it would have everything being proficient, but it's plus 5, plus 7, plus 9, plus 7, and plus 9. Its only proficient skill is perception. I would say probably medicine of some sort. Not medicine. Probably not medicine. Arcana, definitely. Something like that. Condition immunities to poison. Damage immunities is poison, sorry. Condition immunities is charmed, exhaustion, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, and prone. It has dark vision up to 20 feet and a passive perception of 22. Speaks deep speech and undercommon, probably common also. Challenge rating 14, more fucking challenging than the beholder itself. It has a negative energy cone. The Death Tyrant central eye emits an invisible magical 150-foot cone of negative energy. At the start of each of its turns, the Tyrant decides which way the cone faces and whether the cone is active. Any creature in that area can't regain hit points. Any humanoid that dies and becomes a zombie under the Tyrant's command, the dead humanoid retains its place in initiative order and animates at the start of its next turn, provided the body hasn't been completely destroyed. Bite. Melee weapon attack, plus 5 to 8, reach of 5 feet, 1 target only, 14 average, 4d6 piercing damage. It's eye rays. The Death Tyrant chooses up to 3 of the following magical eye rays out of random. Reroll duplicates, I guess. Choosing one of the 3 targets you can see within 120 feet. I would say you probably are using D10 then, because I didn't read that the first time on the beholder. Number 1, the Charmed Array. The targeted creature must succeed on a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw or be charmed by a tyrant for 1 hour or until the beholder harms the creature. Number 2, Paralyzing Ray. The targeted creature must succeed on a DC 17 Constitution saving throw or be paralyzed for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. Number 3, Fear Ray. The targeted creature must succeed on DC 17 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. 4, Slowing Ray. The targeted creature must succeed on a DC 17 Dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the target's speed is halved for 1 minute. In addition, the creature can't take free actions and can only take either an action or bonus action on its turn, not both. The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. Number 5, Enervation Ray. The targeted creature must make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, taking 36 average, 8d8 necrotic damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. God, there's so many of these. Number 6, Telekinetic Ray. The target is a creature, must succeed a DC 17 Wisdom saving. It's a strength saving throw, my bad. Or the tyrant moves it up to 30 feet in any direction, probably towards the ceiling and dropping his ass. The target is restrained by the Ray's telekinetic grip until the start of the tyrant's next turn, or until the tyrant is incapacitated. Technically, theoretically speaking, if you wanted to, you could really be a dick and continue using the telekinetic ray until like a character is like really high up and then fucking force them to fall. That would be a really nice thing to do. I'm sorry for everyone that listened to that. If the target is an object weighing 300 pounds or less and it isn't being worn or carried, it is moved up to 30 feet in any direction. The tyrant can also exert fine control on objects with this ray, such as manipulating a simple tool or opening a door or container. Not really useful in my opinion, but nice to know. Number 7, sleep ray. The targeted creature must succeed a DC 17 wisdom saving throw or fall asleep and remain unconscious for 1 minute. The target wakens if it takes damage or another creature takes an action to wake it. The ray has no effect on constructs and undead. Number 8, petrification ray. The targeted creature must make a DC 17 dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature begins to turn to stone and is restrained. It must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn. On a success, the effect ends. On a failure, the creature is completely fucked and petrified until freed by the greater restoration spell and other magic. Note I added it's completely fucked because, let's be honest, it really is. Number 9, disintegration ray. The target as a creature must succeed on a DC 17 dexterity saving throw or take 45 average 10d8 force damage. If the damage reduces a creature to 0 hit points, its body becomes a pile of fine gray dust. If the target is a larger, smaller, non-magical object or creature of magical force, it is disintegrated without saving throw. If the target is a huge or larger object or creation of magical force, the ray disintegrates a 10-foot cube of it. Number 10, death ray. The targeted creature must succeed on a DC 17 dexterity saving throw or take 55 10d10 necrotic damage. The target dies if the ray is reduced to the ray reduces it to 0 hit points. So you don't even get it, your death saves. Legendary actions. The Death Tyrant can The Death Tyrant can take 3 legendary actions using the irate option below. Can only take 1 legendary action at a time. Whoop-de-doo, we all know that. And only at the end of another creature's turn. Thank God. The tyrant regains spent legendary actions at the start of its turn. The irate. It can literally use any of its irays. Whatever you want. It doesn't have to roll. So yeah, that is the Death Tyrant, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry again for being on a brief hiatus. It wasn't fun. Let's just leave it at that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe and comment down below what you would like to see us do in the future, all that type of stuff. Again, probably doing the Modron video tomorrow, just because I would like to actually get that out. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.